Hello class 10th. Today's topic is sexual reproduction in plants. In this module, you will learn how sexual reproduction takes place in flowering plants. Flowering plants comes under the category of angiosperms. Flowers are the reproductive parts having the essential and the accessory parts for the reproduction. They are the most beautiful part of the plant but are actually the modified stem. The purpose of the flower is not for our fascination, but it acts as a reproductive part for the plant. It is having reproductive parts, stamen, which is a male reproductive part, and a carpel, which is the female reproductive part. Some flowers contain both male and female reproductive parts. Such flowers are called bisexual flowers. For example, pea, China rose. Whereas some flowers possesses either the male or the female reproductive parts. Such flowers are called unisexual flowers. For example, corn is having both male and female parts separated in the two different plants. Stamen and the carpel. Stamen consists of anther and filament. Anther is having the male reproductive part, that is the pollen grains, which contains the male gametes, while the carpel is having stigma, style, ovary and the ovule. Ovule is having the female egg cell. These ovules arrangement is exactly similar to that of the seed arrangement. During the process of the sexual reproduction in plants, male and female gametes diffuses with each other, forming a single cell structure called the zygote. The pollen grain is having the male gamete and the ovule is having the female gamete. This process cannot be possible without pollination. The transfer of male gamete from the stamen of a flower to the stigma of the same or the other flower is called pollination. Pollination is of two types, self-pollination and the cross-pollination. When the stamen and stigma are on the same flower, then it is called the self-pollination, while when the stamen and stigma are on the two different flower of the two different plant, it is called cross-pollination. There are different agents of pollination such as wind, insects or the animals and the water. Pollen grains are sticking on the body of the organism or the pollinators and reaching to the stigma. The stigma forms or allows the formation of the pollen tube, which takes the male nuclei to the egg cell for the process of fertilization. There are two male gametes, one fuses with the egg cell and another with the secondary nuclei. The egg cell and the male nucleus go for the fertilization, forming the zygote, which will develop later on into the embryo inside a seed and give rise to the new plant. After the formation of the fruit, because the ovary is turning into the fruit and ovules are changing into the seed, the other accessory parts such as sepals and the petals, they wither and leaving the seed. The seed is being dispersed by the different agents having a embryo or the plant, baby plant. The farmers, when they sow the seeds, they develop and form